Hello, my name is Kobus Jansen van Rensburg, and in this video I will present my views on ethical teaching and educational philosophy. I will discuss my teaching philosophy, ethical decision making in teacher-centered and learner-centered approaches, and how I resolved a moral dilemma in my classroom. Let's begin. My teaching philosophy is rooted in progressivism and constructivism. I believe students learn best through active engagement and real-world applications. For example, instead of just learning about financial literacy and accounting, I would guide students to analyze real bank statements and business transactions. This hands-on learning ensures they understand rather than just memorize concepts, fostering critical thinking where the teacher acts as a facilitator. My teaching philosophy aligns with four core values. Integrity, being fair and honest in grading assessments. Equity, providing all students regardless of background with equal learning opportunities. Respect, encouraging students to share different perspectives in a safe environment. Lifelong learning, continually improving my teaching methods to meet students' evolving needs. These values help me create a balanced and inclusive learning experience. I implement my philosophy through inquiry-based learning, encouraging students to explore topics beyond textbooks. Collaborative learning, using group projects to develop teamwork and leadership. Technology integration, using digital tools like Microsoft Excel for accounting exercises. And assessment variety, providing both traditional exams and project-based assessments to accommodate different learning styles. For instance, in accounting, I let students simulate financial transactions to reinforce the concepts. My lesson focuses on financial accounting of partnerships, a grade 11 CAPS accounting topic in Term 2, weeks 1 to 3, as tabled on page 24 of the CAPS accounting for FET. This lesson covers the analysis and interpretation of financial statements, helping students develop financial literacy skills. This topic is essential because it prepares learners to understand business finances and make informed financial decisions. A teacher-centered approach can lead to several ethical dilemmas. One challenge is balancing strict school policies with individual student needs. For example, enforcing strict assessment policies might disadvantage students with learning difficulties. Another issue is the rigid curriculum, which may not align with students' readiness levels. This forces teachers to decide whether to strictly follow the curriculum or adapt it for better student comprehension. A learner-centered approach also has ethical concerns. One key issue is balancing democratic values and cultural expectations. For example, allowing students too much freedom in learning choices might conflict with standardized requirements. Another dilemma is ensuring fair participation, especially in mixed ability classrooms, where some students may dominate discussions while others struggle to contribute. That being said, I prefer a learner-centered approach because it fosters critical thinking and problem-solving skills. It promotes active learning rather than passive memorization, and it prepares students for real-world applications. For instance, instead of dictating financial concepts, I encourage students to research real-world financial case studies to understand how partnerships operate. In the classroom, we face several moral dilemmas. I faced an ethical dilemma when I assigned an internet-based research project but not all students had internet access. This created inequality, as some students could complete the assignment easily, while others struggled due to a lack of resources. I needed to find a fair and ethical solution. So I will now try to resolve this dilemma by using Holmes's ethical decision-making model. Step 1 of the model, moral awareness or moral sensitivity. I first recognized that this issue was unfair to students without internet access. It contradicted my commitment to equity, as students' ability to complete the task depended on their financial background rather than their academic ability. And this awareness led me to consider alternative solutions. In step 2, I explored various solutions. Group work, allowing students to collaborate so that at least one member had internet access. Providing offline resources, printed materials for those who do not have access. Computer lab access, ideally allowing students to use school computers. However, the school did not have a computer lab, making this option unfeasible. And then lastly, modifying the assignment to include both online and offline research options. At this stage, it appeared to me that offline resources and modification of the assignment might be the best options. Step 3, moral intention. In this step, one must first ask the question, should I act? And the answer is not necessarily yes. For example, I could have opted to do nothing at first to see how the students will react to the dilemma. But as this would still disadvantage some students, I decided that action would be necessary. I chose the most ethical solution by ensuring fair access for all students. By providing printed materials and adjusting the assignment, I upheld the principle of equity while still achieving the learning objective. Additionally, I advocated for a long-term solution by proposing a school computer lab. Step 4. This is where action must be taken and implemented. I implemented the plan by distributing printed research materials and by modifying the assignment to include both offline and online research options. Also by formally recommending a computer lab to the school management. As a result, students completed the assignment fairly, and my proposal for a computer lab was considered. One should, however, note that although the principle of fairness was applied, and the assignment learning outcomes was generally achieved, the solution was not perfect, as the application of additional skills such as researching the internet was lost. In summary, ethical teaching requires awareness, fairness, and inclusivity. The Holmes model can assist in navigating an ethical dilemma effectively. I believe learner-centered teaching is the best approach, but ethical challenges must always be addressed to ensure fairness and equity in education. In conclusion, making this video caused me to reflect on my personal values, as well as ethics in the classroom. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. The sources that informed my decisions and discussions are listed on the next 3 slides. The slides contains the sources for slides 1 to 5. On this slide, I summarized the sources for slides 6 to 7. And on this slide, the sources for slides 8 to 30. Thank you for watching.